Day 7. We've made it, and today is the day that I'm probably most excited about. And it's also probably the easiest day for you as well. There's nothing too heavy to learn today. It's really about final projects and various things that we've built or made using CNC. So let's get into it. Remember our 5 different steps to CNC? Well, guess what? We are done with those. We're going to look at final products. And remember our flow chart? Well, guess what? We're done with that as well. So let's move on. What's left? Well, we're going to show off some of those parts that we made with CNC just to give you a taste or look at the different things that you can do. And then also show off some of the art that we've made with CNC as well. Again, just kind of show what can be done with this technology. And then in the second part of the video today, we're going to talk a little bit about CNCinformation.com and what it is. It's really great CNC related info, and another benefit of it is it's free. It's free to you. It's a resource. So let's get into the different types of items that you can build with CNC. Here's a look. You probably recognize this as a barn, and there's a number of silhouette cutouts here hanging on the side of this barn. These are all done with a CNC plasma cutter and designed kind of initially on the front end of the project. A photograph was taken of the barn and the sizing of it, so when the silhouettes were cut out they would fit and match. If you take a look at this windmill up here in the upper right hand corner, that's really a 4x8 sheet of steel cut out in this shape. The cowboy here, you'll notice he's a little bit bigger, but he's a 2-part item. And this cow here is really a 4x8 sheet of 12 gauge steel. Here's another look at kind of a farm entry gate hanging set. A buddy of mine, this is his father's ranch, Sleepy K Ranch is what it's called, and they wanted some boots on either end just to kind of spruce up their entryway coming into it. This is a look at CNC router project. You'll notice on the upper left here, this is the design in CAD, and then we brought it into CAM, and you'll notice it's 3D routing. It's just kind of puffed up here. This is a look at the CNC wood router that I built and kind of its capabilities. There's a number of different steps to this process, obviously, but this is kind of just after I got done with the final one. This is a cedar, I believe, is what he wanted to make it out of. And you'll notice the contours here match pretty close to what we came up with in our design. And here's a look at that Tiger Hawk. He's a Iowa Hawkeyes fan. This is a look at that Tiger Hawk out on his deck. This is his brand new deck that he built this summer. A hot tub here. And he wanted to kind of show off to everyone in the world that he's from Iowa. So this is kind of the final project after he stained it, kind of what it looks like. Pretty cool, actually. Now there's the other side of it, which is CNC parts that we build as well. Not everything's just fun and for good looks and that sort of thing. And here's a look. When I was building my CNC router table, there's a number of different parts I had to make on my milling machine, my CNC mill. And this is a look at a few different ones. These are actually a couple different types of parts, but they're very similar in what we were doing. I'd come up with a print, and you'll see that there. And kind of the sizing, this was 3 inches by 3 inches. I'd come up with a program of some sort, and then go ahead and mill it out. You'll see a stack of other adjusters here. I needed a whole bunch of different ones of these. And again, I start out with a print, and here's kind of the stack of finished parts. This is what those look like, those adjusters on my CNC wood router when they're finished and in use. So let me back up one. There they are in their stack, and there they are kind of in real use. Now in industry, there's a number of parts obviously that are built each day using CNC machines, and here's a couple different looks at them. On the left here, they have the material bolted in, held down, but it just finished with its machining cycle. This is machining aluminum. You'll see that the coolant's everywhere, just finished off. And then over here on the right hand side, this is a lathe, and it looks like some sort of coupler that they're building, and they've just cut some threads into it as well. So there's a number, I mean, this is industry using this technology each and every day to build the things that we use, the various products that we use. Here's a look at a couple of different fun projects. On the left here, this is V carving with a wood router. This is a Pacific Northwest Indian style of design, or Native American style design. And then here was just some numbers. I met a lady who, her son, she got him into motocross, and he really wanted this set for his room. This was his number 525, and he wanted to display his motocross number in his room. So these are just plasma cuts. And kind of why I'm pointing this out, it can be any font really. When you get into plasma cutting or milling, you can kind of go with any style, shape, or font. This isn't anything special that I designed up. I took a font, his number was 525, and we cut it out. Simple as that. Here's a look at kind of an interesting use as well. This is a few different things coming together. So there's some steel here, and that was done with the CNC plasma cutter. And then you'll also notice this glass disc. This is a tabletop or a coffee tabletop that you can get kind of anywhere, but it's sandblasted. And kind of one of the reasons I'm pointing this out is I also have a vinyl cutter. And if you have a vinyl cutter, you can cut out sandblast resist in various shapes and sizes. It's it's a type of CNC, to me anyway. Crosses over nicely. And so I cut out that vinyl sandblast resist. I adhered it to this glass disc and then sandblasted out this design. But this is actually a floor lamp, and it has a foot switch. This is it setting there, and here it is illuminated. You just throw it into a corner, and as you walk by, there's a foot switch you can just step on to turn on the light down in that corner. And really, what I'm trying to get across is that you're really only limited by, you guessed it, your imagination. If you can think of it, you can do it with CNC. Now, if it's more complex, there may be more steps to it, but really it's your brain that's going to limit you. Now let's move on to CNCinformation.com. This is a community website where you come in, you share your information, you can share products, projects, links, kind of anything related to CNC. And you also can set up a member profile or a user profile, and you can do some interesting things with that. If you do set up a member profile, you can throw some photographs in there. They can be project build photographs. You can connect with other members. There's tons of articles there, video tutorials on CNC. There's a series of forums there as well where you can ask questions or just add information to it. And also there's a bank of CNC links that constantly grows as well. If you have a personal site or a commercial site and it's related to CNC, you can go ahead and go in and add your own link to that. But right now, if you go to CNCinformation.com and join up and register, there's a free G-Code quick guide that you can download at that point. And it's just really a reference for you that you can have around your machines. So if you're out in the shop and you can't quite remember what that G-code meant, it's a quick reference right there for you that you can take a peek at and remember real easily. But it's free to you. The site is free to you. Head on over and join up and get all the benefits of a community website about CNC information today. That's all I got for the basics introduction to CNC course. Like I said, if you have any other questions, you can look me up over at CNCinformation.com. Thanks.